Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today, well, we're looking at something that is, quite old, very collectible, and now very difficult to find. We're looking at a 2008 release by Scale Motorola from their James Bond promotion of miniature die-cast model vehicles. Now, these were all produced, or the promotion was done by Scale in association with the new Bond movie being released in 2008, which was the second to feature Daniel Craig, and was the Quantum of Solace. Now, celebrating that movie, they produced a batch of 5 models, miniature models, all on about a 1/64 scale. And they were what they classed as probably the most iconic vehicles from the Bond era. They consist of 5 different popular models, as I say, all came in these cases, all with a miniature movie poster behind them. Now, this one we're looking at today is of the BMW Z3 Roadster, which appeared in the Bond movie GoldenEye. Now, GoldenEye was the first Bond movie to star Pierce Brosnan, and it was the 17th film in the James Bond series produced by Eon Productions. As I said, it stars Pierce Brosnan as James Bond in his first outing of in his tenure, and it was based on the Fleming's novel GoldenEye. Now, the movie ran for about 2 hours 10 minutes. It was a good success at the box office. It cost $60 million to produce, and it netted $356.4 million at the box office. And well, actually, it was the first movie since the Timothy Dalton era. So there was 6 years between the last Timothy Dalton Bond movie to the first Pierce Brosnan movie. Anyway, the car that featured in that particular movie was a BMW Z3 Roadster, and this is the model that is featured in this particular set today. So this is the set in front of us. Now, as you can see, it is quite a miniature model, and it does come in a protective case, and on the back it shows there's a barcode on the back there that can be peeled off, but it does show you the other vehicles in the series. In fact, we'll get to that in a moment, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just peel off the sellotape from there, and I'm going to lift up the case, and there we have, that's a little bit of a better view. I'm going to tuck that sellotape underneath so we can see the model in all its glory. In actual fact, yeah, there's a screw which is holding the model into position. So what I think I'm going to do, well, I'll do this in a minute. We'll remove the model in a moment, but what I wanted to do was have a look at the back of this card, because this does show you the other models in the same series. So you've got the Aston Martin DBS, which is from the Quantum of Solace. You've got the BMW Z3 Roadster, which is from GoldenEye. You've got the Alpine 5, which was from Dr. No. You've got the Lotus Esprit Turbo underwater vehicle, which is from The Spy Who Loved Me. And of course, you had the classic Aston Martin DB5 from Goldfinger. So those were the 5 models that were produced for this particular series, and they're all on a 1/64 scale. And as I say, this particular one we're looking at today is a BMW Z3. And on the other side, you can see you've got kind of like a movie poster image from the film GoldenEye. There you can see Pierce Brosnan as James Bond together with a couple of the Bond ladies, and then he's running out through an explosion at the back there. Okay, that's the poster, and these posters just slot into the back of the plinth. There's you can just see those little notches at the back there that just hold it on. So then you just press that card down in and it just stands up, and then the plinth can go back on top. Okay, what I want to do now though is I'm going to just grab a screwdriver, and I'm going to open the screw on the bottom here so we can remove the car from the plinth, so we can have a good look at the actual model. So there we go. So I have there we go. Just going to remove the screw out of the way so I don't lose it. Okay, so this, now I have the model in my hand. Now there's not a great deal of functionality on these particular models. They are die-cast metal body. The bottom is plastic. If we can just have a zoom in on the body. Let's turn it out the other way. There's not really a great deal to see underneath. There is some writing there. I'll just put the light on, see if we can make that out. Yeah, I can't really. I think there's some manufacturer's details on the bottom there. Can't really make out much of what that. Oh, would help if I was reading it the right way up. There we go. 007 BMW Z3. There we go. James Bond. So I can read that. What is that though? I can't make out what that is. STG. Maybe that's to do with the manufacturer of the model. I'm not quite sure. But there we are. So there we can see, that's a nice close-up of the model, but it is very, very small. Say 1/64 scale is what they say it is. It could even be smaller than that. It could be a 170, 175 scale, because it is a very, very small model. Let's just zoom out a little bit, and then we can get some measurements on this model. So yeah, we're looking at 6.5. Actually, let's measure it like this way, because that gives me a very accurate reading. So we are literally 6.5 centimeters in length, which is not very big. If we measure the height, if I measure from the bottom of the wheel to the top of the screen, we're looking at 2 centimeters. And if I measure across the base of the model, you're looking at 3 centimeters. So it's a very, very small car. There is no other functionalities other than the 3 rolling wheels, so it does roll nicely. Die-cast metal body, plastic base, plastic wheels. I think the rims are metal, but the wheels themselves are plastic. And then you've obviously got the plastic screen, and you've got the internals of the model, which is all plastic as well. So it's beige plastic internals, and obviously the clear perspex screen. It's got like a kind of metallic finish, this particular one. So it's a strange particular colour finish. And then you've obviously got the BMW logo at the front of the car there, the headlights and what have you. And on the back you've got the 007 number plate, and again the red headlights at the back. There's no BMW logo on the back. They obviously didn't paint that on, but it does appear on the front of the model. Okay, there's not a lot else we can tell you about that. It does actually fit quite nicely on the plinth, and there is a little peg there which the model pops into. It pops into the back peg, and then the screw will hold it into position, so it won't come off. So there we have it. So that is the BMW Z3 Roadster. I'm just going to dim the lights there, that's better, because we're getting that flashing effect again. But there we are. So that's the BMW Z3 Roadster, a nice looking model, albeit very small, but it was a display model. It was never intended to be played with. These models were produced by Shell. Now, interesting thing about these is that I don't know, and I don't remember ever seeing these in the Shell service stations. Now, I have a Shell service station right where I live, and I visit the Shell service station twice a week to fill up with fuel. And I have been going to the same fuel station for the last 20 years, and I have not seen these in that Shell service station. So whether they were only on certain certain areas or maybe certain countries. I don't know, but I don't remember seeing these in the service stations back in 2008. Had I seen them in 2008, I'm sure I would have collected them. So I don't know whether they were an item that you would buy from the Shell service station, or whether that you would get one free with your fuel if you spent X amount, or whether you had to collect vouchers to collect the vehicles. I really don't know, because as I say, I never saw them in any of the service stations. But apparently it was a Shell promotion in 2008, celebrating the new Bond movie. So but as I say, maybe it was down to certain areas. Maybe there's only certain areas that did do them. The area that I live in obviously didn't do them because, yeah, they were never there. But there we are. So I don't really know exactly how well these done. I don't know the quantities that were produced. Knowing Shell, I mean, if it was a worldwide promotion, they would have produced them in huge quantities. But yeah, you don't see these models that particular often anyway. So yeah, I really don't know what quantities were produced, whether it's only certain areas, whether it's different countries that produced them, no idea. But I can tell you that I never saw them in the service stations when they came out in 2008. Okay, let's move forward to today's date, December the 2024. So we're, what's that, 16 years on from when these were released. Do they come up on the platforms very often? I think I've already answered that. You do see some of them pop up from time to time on the platforms, again in various different states of condition. And again, you do need to be very careful on the platforms because a lot of them use stock photographs. And if you are buying on one that uses stock photographs, be aware that it could be a used item you're buying. So do make sure that you're not clicking on used when you press your order, that there is new stock available and not just used stock. Otherwise you will get a used item. And it could differ significantly from what you think you are ordering. So do be a bit careful. Generally though, I have seen a few of these on the platforms. This one seems to be the more common one that does appear on platforms more regularly than any of the others in actual fact. So I have seen these ones pop up from time to time, like I say, in various different states of condition. Some of them are open, some of them are without the posters. The easiest way to know if it's new is one, it's still got this on. They come with the Shell paperwork at the bottom, and they usually either got the sellotape holding them closed, or they come vacuum sealed, or some of them come in boxes. So there's slightly different ways that they came. We were fortunate enough, we bought out some shop stock some years ago, and when we were going through the stock, we found a whole case of these models. What they were doing in the shop, I don't know when they were Shell promotion models. I really don't know, unless of course they were stock that was left over and was sold at an auction or something, and they ended up in a shop. I really don't know, but there was a whole case of these models. So we've got multiples of all 5 models available on the Midas Touch website. So they all come brand spanking new in the cases. They've never been out. I've only opened this one so we could have a good view of it. But other than that, they're all still sealed inside their relative packing. But they are all available on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find these and many other vintage James Bond items. And many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, Or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long-lost childhood memories. Well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful GoldenEye miniature model with me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next video. So bye for now.